Hey everybody, Herblin with a brand new episode of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. Just adding in a couple people. I got a great response from the Reddit community and the community that we have here on YouTube through the comment section of people that are looking to be dwarfed into the fortress. I'm adding in as many as I can. It's going to take a while, though we did just get some migrants. Actually, I got the migrants before I even had a chance to press record. I've been in game for like less than a minute. I'm just taking a look at things, and all of a sudden the big migrant wave comes. So let's see how many we got here. Not too many. Got a couple. What kind of jobs did we get out of that, though? Any blacksmiths? Doesn't look like it. Nobody really big on blacksmithing. We have our two miners. We have a carpenter and another kind of adequate carpenter. Let's take a look at the military professions of these guys. Anybody got any kind of fighting skills whatsoever? Absolutely none. No fighters. The best we have is somebody who has 3 experience in dodging. That is just great. We have to get some guys trained up on the military as soon as possible. I need at least 1 or 2 people kind of training up on military so that we have a few capable dwarves for when the time comes. What we need is a couple people burning wood and making charcoal. I'm gonna have that as just a repeated task for now. ×2 with both of these places. Just repeat that forever, and I'm gonna set up a stockpile for wood as well, so that we don't run out of that. So let's just set up a little stockpile here, and we'll just have people kind of dump wood over here by the charcoal piles. Because once the wood over here gets used up and burnt, they're gonna be walking around. And that's not gonna be very great for time consumption. So we'll just bring it to the source. How are we doing on? We need more doors. Come on. Never stop. I should just walk away and leave the door production on forever, but I will completely forget about it, and I know I will. Actually, you know what? Instead of tables, I'm going to make caskets, because we all know we're going to need those before too long. Alright, throw our new doors on here. Our little crappy great hall. That's not so great, but it will be great at some point. Throw a couple doors on there. And we should have a bunch of new tables as well to line up. Are we doing? No, we don't have tables. Do we have chairs? Got lots of chairs. We'll just throw chairs on the other end of these tables. Just more seating area. Not that it's too important right now. Down here. Wow, that is even more gold. Like, I don't even know what to do with all this, guys. That is a lot of gold. We're just designating orange gems from these 2 sections so that we can dig out all the gold, because there's just so much of it. I don't know what to even do with it all. We're gonna be making everything out of gold. Like, I swear, we're gonna be having like gold doors on things. We're gonna have gold beds, gold furniture, gold chests. Everything's gonna be made out of gold. We're gonna make pictures out of gold. We're just gonna have like a big golden fortress. In fact, I'm thinking even possibly building some topside buildings in the meantime. I don't know that surface dwelling is necessarily in a dwarf's best interest, but I thought it could be kind of interesting. Actually, let's set up a couple cups here. I thought it would be kind of interesting to make a few surface buildings. It's not something I usually do, but I thought it could actually be kind of fun. It could be a little bit different to throw down a couple different buildings up top and see what becomes of them. Move dwarves in and out of them, do whatever, make a barracks or something. Eventually we could repurpose all the topside buildings as we get everybody in underground. I guess we don't really have the idlers right now to set up massive construction projects, but I feel like pretty confident that we could make some smaller structures up top, especially up here. We've got some nice kind of flatted areas up here along the river, and we have a lot of wood to build with as well, which is pretty cool. What kind of plants do we have growing? We also have to make sure that everybody is remembering to gather plants, because we're going to need to brew a lot of liquor, because I don't think we have too much stockpiled right now. It's just whatever we started with, which wasn't too much. Yeah, no, all our plans for building underground here have kind of gotten thrown off with the fact that we're just finding gold constantly. Like, this layer is totally unbuildable. I'm not going to be able to do very much down here. It's just, there's so much. Oh my god, is this iron? Oh my god, I think it is. Oh no, tetrahydrate. Sorry, that is silver and copper. Ore of silver and copper. Pretty useful. I mean, I guess we'll make a lot of kind of crappy tools out of copper, and getting that silver built up stockpile will be nice. So we'll have gold and silver now. Now that we're super crazy rich, and tetrahydrite kind of looks pretty cool, I think. What do you guys think? Pretty beautiful stuff anyways. So we'll be building, I guess, out of that too. So it's gonna even be longer till we're able to ever use this mine. Ever. Like, I have a feeling that we're just gonna have to live on the dirt, like this old dirt room area. A little bit depressing, but you know what? For now, I'm just gonna start building out into it because we can. Might as well. Screw it. We can use it for storage later. And who cares? Oh yeah, I'm set up for only designated for ore, and there's not going to be any ore in the dirt area. So another thing that I want to do is, I guess we could start having some blocks made, wooden blocks. I don't know that that's going to speed up the process very much with building, but I'm going to try it anyways. What else are we going to need? I guess we're going to need a couple buckets. I'll just throw some buckets in there. We're going to need, just some random crap made up. Not that we need all this stuff right now, just so that it's kind of laying around for when we do need it. Oh, and then we need barrels made, don't we? I totally didn't even think of barrels. Whew. I should put barrel production on kind of full time at some point. And get those made up, because that's where we're going to be storing all our liquor and all our, food items and etc. for now. Definitely don't want to run into those. That's something that I always struggle with at the beginning of a Dwarf Fortress game. I don't know if you guys ever have that issue with barrel production. Seems to be kind of where it's at. I know I could do like stone pots and stuff, but I mean, we have more wood than we have stone right now, so I might as well just get some barrels made up and just deal with that. So we've got so much gold. It looks like they've dug out some pretty enormous veins already. And what's this? Just okay, zircon. We've got more gold being dug out, and then we've got our silver being dug out down below. Like, wow, we are just loaded already. We are absolutely loaded. We should set up a couple furnaces. I know we've got the furnaces for charcoal production already, but I guess we should be really getting like some gold bars already melted up so that we can make some valuables. I mean, why not? I know we don't necessarily have the dwarves laying around for it, and maybe I might be overstepping things a little bit already, but oh, what the hell? We lost a dog. Huh, that's a little bit concerning. I'm not sure what would have killed that. I guess I didn't put all the new animals in the pens, but it doesn't look like we had another one. Maybe it starved to death. I'm not too sure what would have killed that dog. Hopefully nothing too serious. Apparently wildlife isn't going to attack them. It doesn't look like... Yeah, it must have starved to death. Maybe it just wasn't being taken care of properly. Kind of neglecting animals already, I suppose. We're going to need a nice little wall kind of placed along here as well. That's going to be our first big structure, I guess. Just a nice big wooden wall. We've got a couple blocks already made up. We need a little bit more though, so we'll just use some wooden logs, and then when we get more blocks built up, we'll build it up from this way. We'll just throw a door on there. It's not going to be, this isn't going to be our, like, our gatehouse or anything. This is going to be a very basic, minimalist, original line of defense, like just something to kind of funnel attacking enemies into. I guess we'll put the door kind of down here because we've got this this rivered section. Well, not a river, but some kind of little, pretty much a puddle in front of our home here, and we'll just have our little entrance down here, so we have a nice clear pathway in and out down here. And then we'll set up our trade depot in this section as well, so that when a caravan finally comes to trade with us, we'll be able to actually trade with them. If we can get gold production, if we can get gold being produced already, we could definitely have some nice stuff to trade. Trade the people that come, like the trade caravans. We could definitely trade things off to them and try to get some goodies and build up a reputation for ourselves as well, which would be really nice to do. I don't know how much we'll have ready by the time the first caravan comes by. Probably not very much, but might as well get started on it. Got more gold to mine out there. Wow, they are finding so much stuff down here. That's really cool. You know, I know I set mineral occurrence everywhere, but I don't think I've ever, you know, just found like that amount of gold and silver right off the bat. Like before even finding iron or anything, there's just, here's a bunch of gold and silver. I know iron's probably more useful, especially for like dwarves that are going to be, you know, hopefully fighting things. But I mean, gold, that's pretty cool. Like now we have actual valuables already. Another thing that we need to do, I just kind of realized, we're gonna have to make a way across this this river, and I think the way we're gonna start off doing that is just going to be a tunnel system. Not gonna start off with a bridge. Just gonna do a couple stairs down there, 4x4, and then we'll do stairs up over here, stairs down even further there. There we go. That'll be good. Make sure that we have that all lined up. Cool. So we should have a couple dwarves coming and mine out, and we'll have a tunnel popping down here and coming over here onto the other side of the river, just so that we don't end up getting migrants or somebody stuck over there, or you know, especially once we start sharing this cliffside. Actually, I don't think there is even a way across right now, is there? No. Maybe we'll end up putting a bridge over here too, like a drawbridge. I don't know. We can always collapse the tunnel or fill it in later. This is just going to be probably a temporary way to cross to the other side, because we'll need to get over there sometimes, at least to cut trees and, you know, pick plants or pick up anybody stuck on that side. Let's take a look at what's going on down below. So it looks like all our chairs and our tables have been brought down. I guess we could assign this as a dining area, now that the doors have all also been attached to that room. It's just going to be a great hall. I'm going to assign it as a meeting hall as well. Hopefully they still eat there. I think they'll eat in a meeting hall. I could be off on that. I could be wrong. We're going to have to create private bedrooms as well. That's going to be a huge task, creating different private bedrooms, especially with the amount of dwarves that will hopefully be coming in over time. That's going to be like a whole thing, just creating different private bedrooms. I don't want to get stuck, you know, like before I started out making everybody, you know, tiny bedrooms. There was no point, because we had to redo them so often, that I think I'm just going to start out by making, you know, bigger ones this time. That's 5x4. I think that's more than enough for bedroom sizes. But, you know, that'll be good, because then they can, you know, each and every single dwarf can own their own little bits of furniture, like their own chests and their own storage areas, and maybe even, you know, comfortably move a family in there. It is going to take a lot longer to move that amount of dwarves into private rooms that way. Before, like, we'd started out making 1x2 rooms, like tiny rooms, and now that we're working with a limited space, it might be even more difficult. Though working with a limited space, I currently have the population cap set to 80. If we get to 80 and, you know, the frame rate's sitting good, I'll definitely up that at that point. But for now, we're sitting at a population cap of 80 dwarves. So, you know, creating 80 of these bedrooms, I don't feel is undoable. We might have to move them onto different layers, and we'll make a huge residential section and throw them all over the place. Oh, we've hit red spinal, and okay, a caravan arrived, but their wagons have bypassed your inaccessible site. That's too bad. But they should still be here, and if they can cross that river, I'm not sure if they'll be able to take our new tunnel under, but we'll definitely make them a trade depot. At least so we can take a look at what they have, and maybe while they're here, we can make a couple things up and trade with them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe not. How did that gold production end up going? Did we get any of that? Oh my god, look how many gold bars we already have. Damn, that is so cool. We are just rolling in gold. You know, since we have this already here, I'm gonna dig out a big chunk of area. Somebody wants to talk to me. Latest news from blah 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 is that a few months ago the site was conquered by the immortality of Brews. So there's a little bit of news from the world. What requests do you have from our merchants? you know, I'm not really too interested. Like, I'm not too worried about what they bring. Just bring whatever, and we'll try to trade them whatever they want. It's not that I'm not really big on trading anyways. So they want war axes, shields, anvils, figurines. That seems pretty easy. I can remember to do axes. That shouldn't be too hard. But I've never really been big on trading. I've never made a big economy off of trading. I've never made a lot of profit on it. But I want to make an impression on the dwarf community and get some noble status in this fortress and become a recognized state of Dwarvendon. So apparently the only way to do that is through trade, and that's, you know, how you build up your reputation. So that's something we're going to have to do, which is unfortunately, what the hell? Something's going on here. A dwarf was interrupted by capybara. What the hell's capybara? Looks like a little guinea pig type thing. Like a weird looking guinea pig with a fat little face, I guess. Not too sure why that would have interrupted a dwarf, but apparently did. Maybe they just wanted to stop and take a look at it because it was kind of adorable looking. It's kind of ridiculous looking. I would definitely take one on as a pet over a guinea pig. Guinea pigs are horrible pets. They're so annoying and loud and just obnoxious. God, they're so bad. That's my opinion. I don't know. Guinea pigs are just terrible pets. If anybody's had a guinea pig, they just squeak and squeak and squeak. So I don't know what kind of noises, if any, capybaras make. But if they're not noisy, I would definitely take one as a pet. It is cool looking. But anyways, guys, I'm going to call it here for tonight. We've made a bit of progress. Got a couple new migrants in. I'm going to have to rename some of the migrants starting tomorrow because we have a lot of people to kind of bring into the fortress, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, bringing in a lot of the community. That always makes things a lot more fun when there's, you know, somebody's attached to a dwarf. It kind of makes things a little bit more interesting, knowing that dwarf like belongs to somebody and kind of represents somebody's interest somewhat in the fortress. I think that makes it a lot more fun and kind of brings it together, more like a community effort. To me, that's more fun. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing with YouTube. It's like a community-driven website. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. Don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks so much, guys.